If you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to codingwithminmer.com. We coded the website ourselves, put lots of love into it. Oh, and frogs, many of them. Check it out. A subscription is cheaper than you think, and there are so many exclusive videos, one of which is the very much requested design status search. We have way more to come. That's it. Bye. Hey y'all, and welcome back to Coding with Minmer. On today's agenda, we're going to tackle an unknown LeetCode problem, max repeated characters. Big tech companies do ask this question, and if you haven't solved it before, chances are you're royally screwed. We at Minmer headquarters feel a certain way about that, so let's go over it. Given a string, name, and text, find the maximum length of consecutive identical characters, excluding whitespace, and return all the characters that occur consecutively with this maximum length, in the order they appear in the string. Okay, so this may make immediate sense to you, or it may not. In the case it doesn't, let's go over some examples real quick. In the first case, we have a string consisting of two A's. Since they appear consecutively one after another, and we have a record-breaking length of 2, 1, 2, then our answer is a list of the repeating character A. Easy enough. For the second case, if we were iterating an index I to, say, here, then we would have computed the same result as before. A is the max repeated character. However, if we finish parsing the entire input string, we'd find that character B occurs more often in a row, 3 times in fact. Therefore, our answer is B. You're getting the point, but let's do one more example. If we extend case 2 and add a few more characters, we realize that yes, B is still the most repeated consecutive letter, but newly so are the Z's. Both these characters occur thrice, so as per the requirements, we must include both in our resulting list. Some things to note, the B shows up before the Z, and that is on purpose. They follow the order they appear in the string. Now, after having gone through a few different test cases, we've probably developed some intuition on what to do. Namely, we should most likely write a for loop from specifically left to right. Why? Because we just saw with case 3, we want to preserve the order of the max repeated characters. The B shows up before the Z's. The other thing is, within this very loop, we also want to check for neighboring characters. To check for duplicates. They'll help our cause to find the maximum length of these repeating characters. Okay, that's enough brainstorming. Let's look at an example input string and think about lower level details. Honestly, we've had enough intuition to just YOLO this. That in other words, we can just walk through this example at a code level and work out the logic as we dry run. Let's do it. Firstly, let's initialize a pointer I for our for loop going left to right, all the way until the end of our input string. My next thought is that on every iteration, we should check for neighboring dupes, correct? So why not a nested loop that keeps going so long as the next character is the same as the one we're currently on? Let me show you. Is the character at I equal to the character at I plus 1? Yep. So let's increment a variable called length from 0 to 1. Our nested loop will move on to the next index, where we'll make the same exact check. Is the current character the same as the one ahead of it? Also, yep. We shall increase our length to 2. Move on to the next iteration. Observe that A is still the same as A, so we up our variable here. Now, this is where it gets interesting. If we make the same equality check in the next iteration, we shockingly notice that a whitespace is not the same as the letter A. Thus, our nested loop stops. If we stop and pause, we'll see that we counted 3 repeating characters, when really there were 4. We're off by 1. I hate those. Those are the bane of my existence. What happened was we counted the first pair. We only captured one of the A's. For the second pair, we caught another A. For the third pair, the last A. But we never counted the very first one. To remedy this, we'll initialize our length variable to 1 and not the 0 here. This will get us the eventual correct int of 4 A's. Additionally, you may have been curious about another one of my implementation decisions. Why a nested loop? Isn't that an n squared time complexity? To which I answer, not every nested function yields an n squared time complexity. Allow me to explain. For redundant context, we had an outer loop as well as an inner loop, right? Can't you see how on each of these iterations, either outer or inner, we increment I anyway? It doesn't matter which loop increases I. The point is we do it on every single iteration. So this flattens out to be a linear time complexity of big O of n. All right, continuing where we left off, we found a max repeating character, the A's. So let's take note of this in memory and assign it to a variable called max length. I do this because surely we'll find other dupes and reuse and overwrite our length variable here. So let's preserve it in another variable before doing so. One more thing of housekeeping to do. Since we know that A is the max repeating character so far, let's also append it to a resulting list. Like so. And yes, if I could tell the future, I'd see that the E's here occur even more frequently and consecutively. But we're not superhuman. We've only iterated up to index 3. All to say, what we have so far is very correct. And one more last thing, and I promise this is the last thing, and I'll just say it bluntly, I'll have both of these loops be while loops. Because why not? And since our inner loop is a while loop, we'll have to end the iteration by manually incrementing I. On our fresh iteration, what do we do with white spaces? Here, there's another one at index 5. So, do we count it? Well, rereading the problem description reminds us that we want to ignore white space. Easy. We'll simply continue in our outer while loop, but don't forget to increment I. Otherwise, we would be stuck in an infinite loop. At index 5, we have white space, so let's move along, where we'll do the same thing again to arrive at index 7. Here, let's repeat our established logic from before. Reinitialize length to 1, and ask a very important question. Does the letter at index I equal the letter at I plus 1? Yes, B is B. So we increment length to 2. On the next check, we have an inequality. So let's inspect the max repeated character we found and compare it with the max length. Obviously, our 2B's is no greater than our 4A's. So there's nothing to actually update. Our max repeating character remains to be the character A. Don't forget to increment I, and let's move on in our walkthrough. And moving forward, let's be a bit speedier. We see white space, so we skip. We don't have white space, reinitialize length to 1, and let's dispatch our inner while loop. We find one valid pair, so increment length to 2, increment I. We have another valid pair, so let's increment length to 3, increment I, and another valid pair, increase to 4, increment I. Our while loop stops there, and we interestingly note that we found another repeating character whose length is the same as our previously found A. Thus, in any situation where the length and max length are tied and equal, we'll simply append the letter at hand, the C, onto our answer. All right, let's move forward. And I'll just tell you right now, we will find these 5 E's. And thus, length will also reflect this. This is where the new logic is introduced. We found a repeating character whose length is higher than what we've been finding. Thus, we have no choice but to actually erase our result and start anew, adding just E as our new max repeating character. We must update the max length to 5 as well. Continuing on, let's end the iteration by incrementing I, and once again, to skip the white space. Here at index 21, as always, we'll assign 1 to our length as the starting variable and kick off our nested while loop. The values at I and I plus 1 are dupes, so we'll increase length, as well as the index. Now, as tempting as it may be, we should not keep iterating our nested loop. Why? Because I plus 1 is out of bounds of our input string, and we don't want our code to explode. This signifies that we need to check if I plus 1 is out of bounds or not in our nested while loop. And with that, we are done. Our result is just the E, and that's what we return. Though I've discussed the time complexity, we've yet to cover the space complexity. It's pretty simple. It's big O1, unless you want to count the result as auxiliary space. Alright, let's take a look at a few edge cases. What if you're given a string like so? This may be confusing, but a single character can be the most repeated one, even though it's just one. And since W, X, Y, and Z all maximally occur once, this means our answer would hold every single letter from our output. Next up, it is possible to be given an empty string as a parameter. In such cases, it makes sense to return an empty list. There are no characters to begin with. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Let's start coding. While it's still in my brain, let's handle the edge case where we're given no text. In this case, we shall return an empty list. After, let's spin up all the variables we needed. A max length variable, 0 initialized, a result, which starts off empty, and let's return this before I forget. And lastly, I, also 0 initialized. Let's write our outer for loop, which keeps going as long as I is less than the length of our input string. I'll also write some syntactic sugar here. And with this, if it is white space, we'll ignore it by incrementing I and continuing onwards. Now, if it wasn't white space, we'll use a length variable that starts at 1. And remember, dispatch our nested while loop. This will count the repeating characters, however many. The while loop iterates as long as I plus 1 is lower than the length of our text. And we have a duplicate. Each time this happens, we'll increment length as well as I. Whenever we encounter an inequality, or should I say the end of a repeating character, we'll compare length with max length. From our dry run, we saw that there were two interesting cases. If the length is greater than our max length, then we've definitely found the max repeating character. Let's update max length and refresh our result with that character. Otherwise, if the length is tied with the max length, we'd rather append their character to our result. Either way, don't forget to increment I. And that is it. If you want to see more stuff like this, check us out at codingwithminmer.com. Goodbye.